Hey viewers, good morning. Now we are going to start our Indian economy of the 6th sem. Under the Indian economy, basically we are having the 4 units which we had discussed in this syllabus earlier. But in the first unit, what we are going to see, let's see today. The first one over there is the role of agriculture in the Indian economy, then the cooperative farming and the marketing. Similarly, the green revolution, agriculture productivity, agricultural finance, NABARD and the Vidarbha agriculture distress. These are the aspects of the first unit, and if you will focus, these all aspects are related with the agriculture. So our first unit actually entirely deals with the agriculture and agriculture related aspects. Okay. As far as the second unit is concerned, which is focused on the industry, which we are going to see later on. Let's see what is the first chapter of the first unit of Indian agriculture. So our first chapter is related with the role of Indian agriculture in the Indian economy. As I said earlier, the Indian agriculture basically any economy is comprised of the three main pillars, and these three main pillars are the agriculture, industry as well as the service sector. So these three sectors are important for any economy. Okay, if we are talking about the India scenario, agriculture plays an important role here. As far as the Indian agriculture is concerned, basically India is the predominant India is actually the agrarian economy. Okay, and here the agriculture plays major role in the major role of the Indian people. Okay, when we are talking about the agriculture and agriculture at the time of the independence, it has the certain features. These features are basically the Indian agriculture was related with the feudal land relations. Okay, basically the land relationship was there of the feudal type. Okay, second one is there the primitive technology was used for the cultivation process in a cultivation process. Similarly, the productivity per hectare was very low. This was the scenario of the Indian agriculture at the time of the independence. But when India got independence, after that, our political thinkers formulated the policy, and they worked towards it. So the first 5-year plan, the second 5-year plan, and the third 5-year plan, all these 3 5-year plans were focused towards the agricultural development, so that the India should be self-sufficient in terms of the food items. Okay, just because of these particular problems or these particular features, we can say this, because of this the India was not self-sufficient in terms of its food requirement. But when the initiative was taken, and as a result of the initiative taken, if we deal with the green revolution, India became much more independent in terms of its food item requirement. Okay, now we are going to discuss today the characteristics of the Indian economy. Basically, what are the features of the Indian economy? The first one over there is the main source of livelihood. Okay? Many people in India are today itself linked with the agriculture and the agriculture related agriculture related professions. Okay. When India was independent at that time, the 72% of the population of the country was related or was linked with the agriculture or agriculture related activities or professions. Now these portion or this percentage has declined, but still in India, still around 54% of the population depends on the agriculture and agriculture related sectors or aligned sectors of the agriculture. So agriculture is considered as one of the main source of livelihood in India. The second one is there the disguised unemployment. Okay, disguised unemployment. We had studied these type of the unemployment in the fifth semester. Okay, the person is employed, but still he is not getting the sufficient amount of the employment, or in terms of that the sufficient amount of the wages. Okay, so basically if we are talking about Indian agriculture, what we find, Indian agriculture depends a lot on the monsoon, and just because of the monsoon, here the here the here the cultivation takes place in basically the two types of the crops, that is the Rabi and the Kharif. And in certain time period in a year, that is the 2 to 3 months or 4 months still, the people are remain unemployed. The people remain unemployed because they do not get any type of the work in the agriculture field because of the Rabi and Kharif crops. Okay, the time period is there. So in India, basically, if we deal with the agriculture, there is the problem of the disguised unemployment. It's because of the monsoon, and again, one of the reason of the disguised unemployment in the agriculture is that all the family members in the rural areas are linked with the agriculture, okay, or they are related with their land, and their productivity is less. Okay. So the such type of the position, or such type of the situation is there, that is related with the disguised unemployment. Similarly, if we are dealing with the Indian agriculture is labor intensive. Here we do not use much of the high technology in the farms, and as a result of that, also we find that the productivity per hectare is also less in India. So labor intensive technology is used with, it means what? The more and more individuals are employed for the farm related activities or cultivation related activities in the farm. So it's a labor intensive in nature. Similarly, Indian agriculture depends a lot on the monsoon. One of the reason is that because here the irrigation facilities are not much available. It was the scenario earlier, but nowadays, if we are talking, nowadays the irrigation facilities are quite available. But still today also, the maximum people who are linked or joined with the agriculture still depends on the monsoon rain for the cultivation of the crops. So excessive dependence on the agriculture. Similarly, the small size of holding. Maximum in India, if we talk about the holding per individual, the holding of an individual is of small size. Less than 2 acres of land are available with an individual, and such type of the land do not produce the on such type of the land we can't produce much output because of the low level of technology. We can't use the more advanced machines on such a small piece of land. Okay, so one of the reason is that is small size of holding. This is because of that the large family size, and since the land is there and this land is transferred to the legal heirs inherited by the individual, so these land is actually fragmented into the different small sizes to the all family members or legal heirs of an individual. So it is the reason of the small size of the holding. Again, the productivity is low. Per hectare, the productivity is less in India. Similarly, whatever the methods of cultivations are used, still these methods are of the old one and primitive technology is used. But again, you will say the current scenario, there are the certain peoples who are still using the primitive technology, but there are the certain group of people in the society who are using the more and more advanced technology for the cultivation. So both type of the people or both type of the situations are available in India, where the de facto agricultural methods are used for the cultivation. Similarly, the modern methods of cultivations are also used in the agriculture. If we are talking about the crops pattern, basically the crops pattern is actually based on the food crops. Okay, so the rice, wheat, bajra, jawar, these are the items which are predominantly cultivated in the farms. But again, if we are dealing with the Indian agriculture, there are the much improvement which are taking place, and as a result of that, the people are diverted towards the cash crops also. So as a result of that, we are finding there is actually the more cultivation of the sugar canes, similarly the different oil seeds, and as a result of that, the Indian, as a result of that, we can say the India is also became independent in terms of its oil requirement also. Okay, but again, we depend to a certain extent to other countries for the oil requirement. Okay, but to a quite extent, we are much dependent on ourselves. So these are the features or the characteristics of the Indian agriculture. In the next video lecture, we are going to deal with the role of the Indian agriculture on the Indian economy. Thank you.